So today we're finally going to a new Luckin and a new ramen restaurant. Well, new to me. So during my walk, I started thinking about just how many places there are that sell tea and how developed the culture is. Coffee culture is so new here that whenever you do find a coffee shop, it just kind of feels like they can't really decide who their audience is. Chinese people or foreigners, or both, or neither. Here it says coffee and brunch in English, but the name is in Chinese. Nothing about brunch. Seems very foreigner-centric, but also seems kinda Chinese. This place doesn't have Chinese at all, but they also serve espresso. I should try that sometime. This place is giving me a sign, saying I need to update more. Oh wait, I think we're supposed to be looking at the coffee shop next door. Bear Coffee. They don't seem to be a chain, but they also don't look very successful. Tea places, on the other hand, seem to be filled with confidence. They know their audience, and it's obvious from outside the shop. Or car. Maybe it's time for these coffee shop owners to go to Best Learning. Or maybe Think English Kids. Well, actually, maybe not. Those places are going to be out of business soon with all the new regulations on private schools. Just remember, always, hearing aid? What? Seriously? This place looks way too cool to have a name that awful. Moving on, I crossed this dope bridge, enjoyed the view for a second, and then marveled at just how many bike share bikes this city has. Seriously, count how many bikes are here and let me know in the comments. And it's just insane to me that even now, the competition is just picking back up. So wasteful. And so convenient. Finally got to the ramen place, only to find that they were closed! Damn it! It's one of those closed from 2 to 3:30 deals. Guess we're going to Luckin first. Except it turns out that the closest Luckin is across a large freeway and super not convenient to get to. Well, off we go. Hey, look! If your initials are printed on something, that means it's yours, right? James Alexander Corwin? I own a forklift company. I own a forklift company. I own a forklift company, apparently. I own a forklift company. I own a forklift company, apparently. You know how many times it took me to record that sentence? Try saying that out loud. I've been doing a lot of talking. Do you have anything to say? So I don't know if I talked about this before or not, but Shenzhen has these really dope separated bike lanes.
Shut up.
So that you don't die when you ride your bike.
Uh-huh.
It's pretty great. So to the left here we have cars. And then right here we have a nice big bike path.
And then walking.
And then to the right over there, you got a walking path.
Yes, you've said this
and
before.
It actually makes it so that people don't, die.
Yes, you've said this before.
Oh, wait, I've mentioned that before?
Yes.
Okay, then maybe LA should fix it.
Actually, he's got a pretty good point. You hear that, LA?
So after all that, turns out I've been going to a university location, and they won't let me on the campus because of COVID. Well, that sucks. That was a waste of time. Now I gotta find a new location.
Lovely. So I checked the Luckin app, and the closest location is about 800 meters away, but I have to cross more bridges, which are like the hottest and most annoying part of the journey. So I decided to go to one a bit further away, but that I also didn't have to cross any bridges to get to.
These are some huge-ass buildings.
Side note, tea is so ingrained in Chinese culture that at this vape shop here, this guy has a tea table for you to sit down and drink gongfu tea. Like, it translates to hard work tea. It's like tea espresso. So you can discuss the vape you're gonna buy over tea.
You got some definitely fake cause here.
That's the cause. But where's the effect? I'm so funny.
All the way here, and... Look familiar? Yep, this is the one we got the Walden Blue at. I've already been here. So here's what we're gonna do instead. Because China is going all out on coffee, all of a sudden, there's a place called Manor Coffee that's actually just starting to proliferate everywhere, and I've never actually tried it. I've bought their beans and made it at home, but I've never actually been to a Manor Coffee. And in the background of this Luckin review, this Manor Coffee was still being constructed. Now it appears to be, does it? Okay. Never mind. They're closed. All right, I guess we're going to a repeat Luckin, screw it. I'm quite disappointed. Not only was that a repeat location, but I've decided that I'm always gonna get the top drink that's sold at a particular location that I haven't tried yet. And the top drink at this place is the grape flavored version of that first drink, the orange one that I had that I thought was disgusting. And it was really hot today. And I was really looking forward to a nice cold drink. And I gotta drink this. Grape flavored goo mixed with Schweppes mixed with coffee. That has almost no coffee flavor at all. I'm kind of surprised. Literally in the last episode, I was talking about how the cherry flavor was very real, even though it came from like a bottle. And it has like cherry chunks in it, and like Chinese people really care about fruit quality. This tastes kind of fake, even though it does have chunks of fruit in it. Interesting combination. The grape, like, puree flavor way overpowers the coffee flavor. Leagues better than that orange one, though. That was actively disgusting, in my opinion at least. This is like, fine, I'll drink it because I'm really thirsty. But I would never choose to order it. Also, fizzy coffee is just weird.
Anything else, or are you good? Because this is getting boring.
Hey, you shut up.
What? How dare you talk to me that way?
This guy.
I own you.
I don't know what he's saying, but I don't like it.
I don't care what you don't like. Without me, nobody would watch you.
Always acting as if I'm not gonna watch the video later.
Dude, I don't care if you watch it later. I say what I want.
Whatever, I do what I want.
Now come on, let's wrap it up.
Now that I'm cooled down and a little less thirsty, it's becoming less and less satisfying. The one satisfying aspect of it is wearing off, and like the overpoweringly grapey, not so great flavor. It very much tastes like a grape Jolly Rancher. I can imagine that people like this drink. The orange one, I was like, who drinks this? This one is one of those, like, for the right person, they would love it. Not for me. That's all I really have. It's 3:30 and I haven't eaten lunch yet. So now, I'm off to get ramen. If you don't want to see that, I guess you're done. And I'll see you in the next one. If you do want to see that, well, here's some B-roll.
Well, turns out the ramen place opened at 5:30, not 3:30. So when I got there, it was still closed. Next time.